Alright, so welcome to What's the Business podcast, where we go into the person behind the brand and the trials and tribulations that it took to get them to the point that they at, man. And right now, man, in the building tonight, man, we got a special guest, man. I've been knowing him for a few years now. Super special because he actually from my neck of the woods. Y'all know him from Tallahassee.
Hey,
so you know what I'm saying? If I'm on the building, man. So special guest here, man. We got Shaq Graham in the building tonight, man. How you doing, my brother?
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir, man. Everything
Salute, first of all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say that thing out the right way, man. Yes, sir. First off, we gotta know what's going on with this drink here, man.
You know, we both dads, you know, so I like to drink boss drinks. We got a little bourbon in there.
Okay.
I made some rosemary simple syrup, added, you know, just a little bit of lemon juice to it.
For sure.
Ice block to dilute that thing down and
yes, sir.
And we boss chillin'. We boss chillin'.
Yes, sir. Check them out, man.
Yeah.
Official, man. Shaq Graham in the building, man. So first off, man, you already know, we gotta know what's the business? So
my business is Kountry Krafts. I started it back in 2019.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go follow country_craft19 on IG. It's like a bartending mobile service, and I also do mixologist classes, which is one of my pride and joys of my business, where I actually teach other people to make cocktails. I like to consider myself a mixologist, so I take very, very good pride in demonstrating that in a cocktail and getting the reaction from people who taste what I make. So, yeah, that's the business.
Oh, no, that's hard. So right now, for me and for all the people out there, man, can you, because we heard the bartenders now, you know, I worked in restaurants, shout out to Hoagie, man, but you know, we've all worked in restaurants before, and you know, everybody familiar with that term, bartender.
Right.
Explain to the people what's the difference between a bartender and a mixologist.
So, like a bartender would be somebody who would, I would say, works in a restaurant, probably more so sticks to the standard of basic cocktails and drinks. Whereas a mixologist, I'm more engulfed into different types of herbs, spices, and going outside of the norm of what it does to make a regular drink. So you got your regular margarita that somebody would make.
Right, and I'm a margarita guy too, not to cut you off, but that's my shit.
And then me being a mixologist, my twist or spin on that would to change the flavor of that, add a different, make it a blueberry margarita or a peach margarita or make it a spicy margarita. So any type of thing that I can do to go outside of the norm of what it takes to make it like mixologist-fied, for lack of a better term or whatever. But yeah, that's what I do. I basically go outside of the norm of what a bartender or a standard process will take to make.
That's dope. That's interesting, man. And I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like I had never heard of a mixologist until like really when you know what I'm saying, when you came up with your business, like and you know what I'm saying. So you educated me with that, to be real, man. So I think that's dope, man. That y'all definitely just go outside the box, man. Like you said, with the spices and all that. Like I had never had drinks with spices until recently. So I think that's super dope, bro.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, so what kind of like inspired you to create Kountry Krafts? Like what was that like the defining moment when you knew like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pursue this like wholeheartedly. Like what was that moment? What is like?
So I've always had an interest in cocktails and making different things mix and master because I'm an engineer. Professionally, I'm an engineer. That's my day-to-day job. So I basically like taking the engineering of what I do on my day-to-day job and putting it into a cocktail. That's always had that type of mindset when it comes to making that happen. I started out wanting to do it back in Thailand when we were in school, but the certification was too much and I didn't really have bread like that. So I started working in my career. I've always had a liking for it, like I said. So I finally got an opportunity when I got ready to move down to Atlanta, and I had some time before I and I said, this is the time I'm gonna take.
Like, was this due to COVID?
No. I was just transitioning here. My wife had already moved here, and we were getting ready, and then I was getting ready to transition job. I had just got a new job and everything, so I had like a month break before I started my next job.
Okay.
So, and like I said, this is in 2019. So once I transitioned down, I said, I got this break, I got this time. This is the only time I've had this extended amount of downtime to do this.
Right.
So I looked up, certifications or whatever, went and got my certifications, and then the wife was like, nah, I don't want you working in the bar.
Yeah. Right.
So I was like, instantly she was like, just start your own business. And then that's how Kountry Krafts turned into a brand. And then the way I got the name or developed the name is, of course, I'm a country guy or whatever I'm from. Like you said, you from Tallahassee, I'm from Havana. So we
shout out to Florida.
right up the road from each other. Like I'm from 2 street like towns or whatever. So I went there with the country part, and then crafts is what I'm initially making. And then that's how my baby was born.
That's hard. That's so dope, bro. Like that's super dope. So, and you touched on like a few things that I want to go into, bro. Like, you were saying, like Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Havana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell the folk, like, bring them into your world, right? Like, for the people that's never been to Havana, Florida, like, what is that like? And like, how did your upbringing, you know what I'm saying, kind of like inspire you, or how did that play in a role in creating Kountry Krafts?
So like with me growing up, Havana is a extremely small town. Everybody's like family. If you know one person, you know pretty much the whole town. You know everybody in the town, so you can come up to me and name somebody in the Havana. I either know somebody in their family or know them.
Right. That's how it be.
Like I said, 2 street lights, 1 grocery store, 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, 1 high school. Not anymore now because the county and stuff has gotten even smaller in Jackson County. But it basically kind of drove a hunger in me to get out and want to see the world and want to see more. Because a highlight to me growing up was Tallahassee. Tallahassee was a highlight to me to even just get out of my city or whatever. So when I got the opportunity to do something like this, I knew that not only would it would bring a betterment to my initial family, but I knew it would be something that a lot of people in my community don't do, which is start their own businesses.
Right.
So that in itself, and then to have the support of people from my hometown and stuff, even though it's alcohol and stuff like that, still just having that support from them is amazing, man.
So another thing that you said earlier too, bro, is that your family. So that's super big. Like, not only do you own a business, but you also have a family, bro. So how does like you being a husband and being a father like play a role into your business? How do you juggle that?
Everything. That's like the leading reason why I do what I do outside. You can attest to this. Like Tallahassee is the capital of Florida. It's a major city, but there are also some lower poverty areas, just like with Havana. So my mindset and my thing is to get me out of what I saw coming up as a teen or whatever. So I saw my mom struggle, saw my dad struggle, and I don't want my family or my kids to go through that type of thing. So this is kind of one of the streams of income that I have, but I want to do something where I can kind of inspire my family, as well as like things that I can give to them and leave a legacy. So things just like Kountry Krafts is something that I can teach to the next generation. I can easily bring somebody into the fold of my family and enhance their future, as well as mine while I'm here on this earth. So
that's hard. I like that, bro. I like that. Damn, that's deep, man. Because a lot of people, man, have businesses, and they have family, right? But it's always that balance, right? Like you could do too much on the business side, but then be slacking on the family shit, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, vice versa. So it's just super important, you know what I'm saying? I always had that balance, and I like what you said that about your family being like the sole reason why you're doing this, bro. Like, of course, like we all start off in X position or in X situation, but like again, go back to your mindset to, you know what I'm saying, to aspire to do more. And what's dope is that you also inspiring as you aspire. So that's hard, bro. That's hard. So the next thing is, so you know, with COVID and everything, you know, a lot of people have been turning like towards entrepreneurship or whatnot. And with it being 2021, it's kind of a different time to where like when we were children, meaning like, I mean, we did definitely had the internet, but as far as social media, it's on a whole different level, right, bro? So, as far as that, like, how does social media play into your business, bro? And like, how important is it?
It's everything. That's the way that I communicate to, you know, man, my supporters. That's the way that I market myself. That's the way that, you know, I enhance my business. That's the way I promote, I grow. Social media is everything. I'm not a big advocate of putting my personal on there, but on the business side of things, I use that for everything. I could definitely be a little bit more consistent with that, I should say, when it comes to the brand and my business and things of that nature. But like I said, there is that balance with family. A good thing about having your own business is that I can take heed to being able to take a step back from the business and putting my family first when it, you know what I'm saying, as I need to, and then stepping back into that realm whenever I see fit or whatever. So that's the good thing about having your own business and, you know, doing it your way. I make my own hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I set my own prices, I set my own times, like whatever it may be. It's all on me or whatever. So that's one of the good things with social media. Definitely is a enhancer when it comes to my business, my brand, and everything of that nature. So I definitely promote it. I can advocate for it, but I will say that I definitely need to get into more spaces with the brand because I got a lot more knowledge that I can provide, and I always get from a lot of people that, you know, me being a mixologist, people have seen that outside of myself from other different races. They may be somebody that's, you know, a foreigner, or maybe somebody that's white, or but they don't see a lot of black people in that space. So I can definitely use social media to my advantage to, you know what I'm saying, step the game up and enhance my brand a little bit more. So it's definitely a plus for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So and with that, do you think, like, again, going back to the time that we in, like, you know, in this day and age, with it being 2021, do you feel like you can even have a successful, like, for all the other entrepreneurs out there, like, do you feel like it's possible to even have a successful business without social media? Because again, like me, kind of like what you said, I don't post as much either.
Right.
You know, I'll fall into that. I may post a lot one week, and then the next, I might not post nothing for another month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I go through my time. So yeah, with this day and age, do you feel like it's even possible to be successful with your business if you don't utilize social media?
That's a tough cookie. You would have to have a extremely large support system outside of social media in order to do so. I don't think any business thrives without it. You can think about all the big brands of today, the Teslas of the world, the Amazons of the world. Like, I'm pretty sure their marketing, their social media is on another level. So it's the wave of the future. It's only going to get even better. It's going to even get even crazier with, like, the technology and everything that they're going to add to it, and the promotion of it. So I definitely think with any brand, you're going to have that type of following, because not only does it allow you to speak directly to your direct supporters, it allows you to reach beyond that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like you're speaking to the people you know, because like, you know, small black businesses or, you know, small businesses in general, you usually kind of have a local feel of who's going to support you, you know, in that area in particular. But in order to reach the masses, social media allows you opportunity to do it within budget. It allows you to do it basically casting a large net. And then it also allows you to step into different realms that you wouldn't be able to if you had to do it like word to mouth. Like I couldn't just walk up to Crown Royal's front door and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, Shaq Graham, the mixologist with Kountry Krafts, and then pay me attention. But I can put Kountry Krafts and put Crown Royal continuously tagging, and eventually if I'm getting enough followers and likes and the algorithms hit right, they'll eventually see like, okay, we got a market in this area with this guy. Right. So it definitely plays a huge role in that aspect.
Right. So again, touching on that dedication, man, like this shit don't come overnight, man, you know, and like you said, the range, man. So for the people that's like myself, you know, and you know, if you may be an introvert or, you know what I'm saying, maybe not social media savvy, like fuck that shit, man. Just go ahead and just go all in, man. Just jump out there, you know what I'm saying, put it out there and see if the people receive it or how they receive it, and just go from there, man. You know, your range is infinite. You can literally, social media is one of the only things you can literally log on to it and talk to somebody across the fucking world.
Oh yeah.
So definitely utilize it and take advantage, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And so another question I have is, so are there any more like, I guess like more business sectors or more industries that you want to get into or like dabble in at the moment?
I'm definitely highly intrigued about the stock market.
Strong.
I know a lot of people. Nobody from my hometown that I know of has been savvy in that area, but I'm a numbers guy, so I'm definitely intrigued by the stock market. I'm actually getting ready to take a couple stock market courses, literally starting next week. It's just, you know, good that you bring that up. So getting into the stock market a little bit more, real estate, of course, because that's kind of like the lay of the land. If you have that, you can definitely, outside of, you know, owning your own business and having that flourish and grow, real estate is the way, because that's something that you can give to generations on generations.
Purchase y'all some land, man. Purchase a piece of the earth, man. Stop playing with yourself. Stop buying all the bullshit. Purchase you something, man. Get you something on this earth that's yours, man.
Yeah,
I had to say that.
Absolutely. Me and my wife are done with the kids now. Like you know what I'm saying, we getting ready to drop our last two twins in a couple months.
Man, congratulations.
Appreciate that. So after that's done, it's like investment heavy. So we're going crazy because, you know, this is the time now, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming into my 30s. So I did all of my, you know, my strategizing, setting the foundation in my 20s. So now it's starting time to, you know, set up those avenues and those revenues for, you know, streams of income, so I can, you know, flourish, and that my, you know, my kids and my kids' kids can flourish as well.
So y'all, all these things, think about everything he just said, right? It has to deal with like multiple streams of income, man. Like, and you know, we trying to create generational wealth, right? So what he touched on earlier was saying that, you know, we maybe not have started off in the best financial situations, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the black community, like that's a lot of our story, to keep it a buck, like let's keep it real. So it ain't about, man, I stress this shit, like it ain't about where you start out, bro. It's about where the fuck you want to end up at, man. Right. And that's solely up to you, man. Like focus, plan your shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? Plan out that your projected path and go that bitch, man. Just focus, lock in on that shit, bro, and just get there, man. And that's what it's about, bro. And that shit is real, bro. And that's what I'm trying to get to, bro. Like real shit, man. Like generational wealth, bro. Like I feel like we just put here, you know what I'm saying, to inspire other people and our children to get more, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to leave my child in a better place than, you know, I started. And that's my goal, bro.
Absolutely.
So that was hard what you said there, bro. want to ask you this here, right? So with all the entrepreneurs that's in the world, especially now, like I said, with COVID and everything that's going on, we got a lot of new entrepreneurs emerging or whatever. Like, so my question to you is, if you had 2 hours, right, to just sit down and talk and chop it up with any entrepreneur in the world, like, who would it be and why? Anybody.
If I had 2 hours to chop it up with any entrepreneur, it would probably be, and mind you, I'm not a Jay-Z fan at all. A big love of hip hop, but I would probably say Jay-Z because he has that cultural influence. So I can't hate on that or not that or whatever. His dynamic is very similar to mine in a sense with my family. His first child was a girl. My first child was a girl, and then he had twins after that.
I see it.
Which I had a boy girl. So I would just like to pick his brain. If I had at that time, I would definitely sit down with him because he's going to understand my background. He's going to understand my upbringing. We're both black. We both would have had started out, small. Of course, everybody want to be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? But I know that he would be able to give me some type of insight, some type of real estate to, the life plans and goals that I want to aspire to for, me and my family and stuff like that. Right. So definitely, I would say Jay-Z.
So that's a great choice, man. Shout out that boy Jay, man. Keep inspiring us, man. You already know. I like that, man. Great answer, bro. Great choice. So also, after this, I'm gonna go ahead and transition to. So you said you would get the game from Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Pick his brain. So I want to ask you, like, with all the knowledge that you have now, you know what I'm saying, with just life and with being a business owner for a couple of years now, right? For a couple of years now. So what would you right now today tell your day one Shaq or your ground zero Shaq, meaning the Shaq like when you first decided, hey, I'm gonna do Kountry Krafts, I'm gonna own my own business, this is what the fuck I'm doing. Like right now today, at this moment, what would you tell him?
I would say be consistent. I think that's a big part of any brand, and that not only comes with me posting more consistently, but that comes consistent with the quality of work that you bring to the forefront. That also comes with delivery, how you treat your customers, all that type of thing, all those type of things. But consistency and continuously improving. You gotta move with the times.
Right.
As you know, like throughout times, we're around the same age. You got the MySpaces of the world that were here, but of course they didn't grow or develop with the time. So it got washed out. And then you get the Facebooks of today, and then or the Instagrams and things of that nature, and they're continuously growing with what the world has to offer. So I would say consistency and continuously growing. And like I said, I do want to do more of that, definitely from providing content, because that's, that's what your supporters and that's what people want to see. That's where the world is. They want so much, so fast. So being consistent, even if you're like a young entrepreneur or somebody just starting out, even if you're seeing, 1 to 2 people on your live stream or something, and you're doing it every Tuesday,
keep
hitting that, because eventually it will catch on. So, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of started out in that position where I was maybe getting 6 likes and...
Y'all listen to this shit, man. This man dropping jewels right now. Listen, man. Just because you getting little likes now, little engagement, fuck it, bro. Consistency is the key. Like, stay on that shit. Absolutely. Stay on the projected path, bro. And I promise this shit gonna pay off. You hear him right now.
And then, even with me not being as consistent as I should be, I'm still to the point now where I can, pull 100 likes or something like that. And in my mind,
towards that path.
And in my mind, built in one day or whatever. That I know that it comes with a process and everything, but gradually or eventually I'll get there.
Keep laying them bricks, man.
Yeah.
Keep laying them bricks, and that house gonna get built for sure,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's hard as fuck. Real talk. Yeah. So from there, brother, the only question I have, man, from Shaq, man, from Kountry Krafts, man, is what's next, bro?
Like I said, next I want to eventually possibly open up a liquor store, of course.
Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, hold on. We ain't just finna pass over that shit. Listen, man.
Yeah.
The man say he finna try to get his own liquor store.
Yes, I want to get my liquor license and possibly open up a liquor store. And I want to bring something like a staple to Atlanta where I can kind of show my talents as a mixologist in a bar type environment. But I want to make it like a bar experience. So come there, basically, definitely quick, convenient service, but you get quality service, and it's going to be a good time when you come here. So I'm in the works of that right now. I'm definitely masterminding that behind the scenes. So that's kind of like long term, and then short term, I want to say my next venture with Kountry Krafts is I want to do a book, a cocktail book, a Kountry Krafts book. So
Wait, hold on, man. Listen, man, this man dropping big. Listen, man,
so
you're getting exclusives right here, man. What you say, bro? Repeat that shit.
I want to do a cocktail book. So y'all stay tuned. I would definitely say within the next 6 months to a year, we'll have a Kountry Krafts cocktail book. And then I kind of want to theme it around.
Can't give them too much now. They want to give them too much now. You just know it's coming. You just know it's coming, man. But y'all hear it here first now.
Yeah.
He dropping this shit right here, man.
Yeah, but I want to kind of theme it around, things in our culture, our community. You know what I'm saying? Black events, homecoming.
Yeah, for sure.
Fish fry on Friday.
Yes, sir. That's all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? You know how we get down.
Yes, sir.
Or just sitting on the porch kicking it with your family.
Yeah.
And your folks. So,
Alright,
I'm gonna have me a little book or whatever, I have a release party, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So
sure, man.
stay tuned for that.
Y'all stay tuned, man. Big shit coming, man. Big shit in the works, man. One more time, Shaq, man. Go ahead and drop your Instagram and everything, man. Where can the people find you at, bro?
Y'all can find your boy on Kountry_Krafts 19, and that's Kountry with the K and Krafts with the K. All right.
That's on IG?
That's on IG, and on Facebook it's just Kountry Krafts 19. Just look for the yellow cartoon circle. You'll see your boy on there. All right.
Hey, man, fuck with the guy, man. Shaq Graham, man. Kountry Krafts, man.
Short pour, baby.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you fucking with us on What's the Business podcast, man. It's the first episode, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.